Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yashoda Nandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Vrajajana Ranjana Natira Jai Vishnupat Paramahansa Parivraj Gacharya Ashtadasata Srimade Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shadvaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kundada Kundagiri Govardhan ki Vrindavan Dham ki Uttara Dham ki Mayapati Dham ki Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri Dham ki Gandhamai ki Yamunamai ki Tulsi Marani ki Srila Prabhupada Dancing the Buddhist Program ki Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari Lalita Vishaka ki Shri Shri Sitaram Sharman ki Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Srila Prabhupada ki Anantagori Vaishnava Vrinda ki all glories to single devotees, all glories to single devotees, all glories to single devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 1.7.42. तथा हृतं पशुवत् पाशबद्धम् अवान्मुखं कर्म जुगुप्सितेन निरीक्ष्य कृष्णापकृतं गुरो सुतं वामस्वभावा कृपया ननाम च। तथा हृतं पशुवत् पाशबद्धम् अवान्मुखं कर्म जुगुप्सितेन निरीक्ष्य कृष्णापकृतं गुरो सुतं वामस्वभावा कृपया ननाम च। You can give the titles also, you know. You can change Draupadi Svayamvar. You can write, change it. Huh? Yeah. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. Sri Sutta Goswami said, Draupadi then saw Ashwathama, who was bound with ropes like an animal and silent for having enacted the most inglorious murder. Due to her female nature and due to her being naturally good and well behaved, she showed him due respects as a Brahmana. Ashwathama was condemned by the Lord himself and he was treated by Arjuna just like a culprit, not like the son of a Brahmana teacher. But when he was brought before Srimati Draupadi, she, although be grieved for the murder of her sons and although the murderer was present before her, could not withdraw the due respect generally offered to a Brahmana or to the son of a Brahmana. This is due to her mild nature as a woman. Women as a class are no better than boys. and therefore they have no discriminatory power like that of a man. Ashwatthama proved himself to be an unworthy son of a Dronacharya or of a Brahmana, and for this reason he was condemned by the greatest authority, Lord Shri Krishna. And yet a mild woman could not withdraw her natural courtesy for a Brahmana. Even to date, in a Hindu family, a woman shows proper respect to the Brahmana caste, however fallen and heinous a Brahma Bandhu may be. But the men have begun to protest against Brahma Bandhus who are born in families of good Brahmanas, but by action are less than Sudras. The specific word used in this shloka is Svama Svabhava, mild and gentle by nature. A good man or woman accepts anything very easily, but a man of average intelligence does not do so. But anyway, we should not give up our reason and discriminatory power just to be gentle. One must have good discriminatory power to judge a thing on its merit. We should not follow the mild nature of a woman and thereby accept that which is not genuine. Ashwatthama may be respected by a good-natured woman, but that does not mean that he is as good as a genuine Brahmana. Om Ajnanatimrindasya Jnananjana Sadakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayamrupa Kadamahyam Kadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Pratapatanam Shri Guru Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarvanatham Sajivam Sadaitam Sadhutam Vajanasaitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Savanadata Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kara Radha Kanta Namostute Takanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudevi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Paridanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So last week we heard how Bakasura was killed, and then Vyasadev comes and advises them, now you leave this place, go. So go to Panchal Nagar, you will meet with auspiciousness. So on the way, Pandavas, they met Gandharva. What conversation took place? Can somebody throw light on that?
Yeah. When he went to take bath, it was some evening time, so it is time for Gandharva to bath. So he got angry and he said that the rules for the holy river are that from evening till the Brahma Murta you can't take bath. So Arjuna said that this is not ordinary river, this is Ganga. So the rule does not apply over here. So then he got angry, then he started fighting. So Arjuna released Agni Astra. So he fall from his chariot and he got defeated. So then he offered him that he will teach him one Vidya and he should teach him the Agni Astra. So then he said that I am a Brahmana, I am a Kshatriya, I don't take it easily, so I will also have to take something first. So he said that I will teach you this, you teach me that.
Very nice. Huh? Let's see. Good. Learn all Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Huh?
A week long he remembered night.
Yeah. His name was? Gandharva's name was? Huh? Huh? Angarapadna, but Chitraratha. Anyway, very good. So then he gave one more advice. You remember?
The only movie you should accept him
Yeah.
as your
Right? So he made one more important point. Why you won the war, I lost the war. Who can recount?
Because Arjuna was a brahmachari.
Yeah, he perfectly followed brahmacharya. I feel very happy to give lectures in front of such boys and people. Now, so as per the advice of Vyasdev, so the Brahmanas, Pandavas in the form of Brahmanas, they started walking towards Panchal Desh from Ekchakranagar, right? So Ekchakranagar is in Bengal, West Bengal, and Panchal Desh is in Punjab. So they were walking towards from
Punjab to Bengal.
from Punjab, West Bengal to Punjab. Like that. Yeah, east to west. So meanwhile, so they were in the association of Brahmanas. So everywhere they were meeting, going, walking and taking rest in dharmashalas and all that. So so Brahmanas, they started talking to each other, and then they were thinking, even these Pandavas also Brahmanas, so they were asking where you all are going. So they replied, then we are also going to Panchal Desh. Then Pandavas asked, why are you going? You are taking part in Svayamvar. You are also taking part in Svayamvar. Then he said, no, we are. So there, they said, so many Rajkumaras, they will be coming. Rajkumaras will be coming. So Swadhyaya Shila, Pavitra, Niyamavrata Palaka, Mahatma, and then Yavana, Sundara, Maharati, Astravidya, Nipuna, Bhupalaka. These are the description of all these kings. They were saying all these kinds of kings will be coming, and they will give Buri Dakshinas. You know what is Buri Dakshina? Buri Dakshina. They will give without asking for qualification. They are mercifully, they distribute Dakshinas. So it is a 16-day festival. So on 16th, Abhishek ceremonies, so many ceremonies like that. So the entire Panchal Desh Nagar, what is the name of the city? Anyway, so his entire city was decorated very opulently and all that. Anyway, so Dana go Baksha Bojjadi Sarvavida Vastu. Dana means money, go means cows, and Baksha Bojjadi, all very, and all kinds of very delicious foodstuffs they will be distributing. So in order to in order to receive all those dakshinas and all, we are going there. So many brahmanas also they were traveling. Then one brahmana suggested that I feel that your sons are so handsome, especially this Madhyama Arjuna. He is very, very handsome. Very handsome. I think Draupadi will accept him. You may try your luck. Yeah? Try your luck. Even though you are Brahmanas, you look very well built and handsome. Dark, tall, handsome. And that's what the girls they want. Dark, tall and handsome and rich. So then they reached Panchal Desh, right? So Draupadi Maharaj had this very strong desire to give his daughter's hand in the hands of Arjuna. Because he had faith in the words of this Brahmana who predicted that Pandavas cannot be killed. So he built such a dhanush, which is as tall as what do you call palm tree. Palm tree? Palm tree. Such a huge, well built, very heavy, covered with gold and all that. Covered with gold and all that. And then there is contention. There is a contention. Of course, Srila Prabhupada says also, but according to original Mahabharat, Matsya Yantra is not mentioned. It is only mentioned as Yantra. Whatever, like that. So the competition is that Yantra is there on the top, and it is revolving, and the hero Veera has to first lift this palm tree sized dhanush, and then there are 5 opportunities are there, 5 arrows are there. So they have to, and then there is a water body, water is there, and that yantra is which is revolving, is reflecting in the water. They should look into the water and throw the arrow. It is so difficult, that during those days to marry a girl. आजकल तो लड़की को देखने के लिए गया बस ये देख लिया. आजकल ऑनलाइन है. They have some dating apps, like that. अच्छा वो हम उस टाइम जन्म नहीं लिया, नहीं तो शादी के टाइम पे युद्ध हो जाता था. So at the time when Pandavas entered, they were staying in a potter's house. Pots. क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में, क्या बोलते हैं? कुम्हारी, हाँ? कुम्हार, yeah. Kumbar's house. They were staying there. Like that. So, Duryodhanadi Kauravas, Karna, you know, so all of them, all the kings, they were there, and Devatas, Rudra, Brahma, Indra, Ashwini Kumaras, Aditya, all the Adityas, Gandharvas, Kinnaras, all of them, they assembled in the sky in their respective vehicles, Vimanas. They didn't come down. They were all watching. The kings from all over the world, they came because they heard the glories of beauty of Draupadi Devi. So everybody, some of the Gandharvas and all, they also wanted to take part. They also wanted to take part, like that. And then Draupadi Maharaj, he built white marble palaces. Right? White marble palaces as guest house. As guest house. And then very beautifully decorated buildings with very nice colorful curtains. And then surrounded by beautiful gardens. And they served very delicious foodstuffs, 4 types of foodstuffs. Different kinds of cuisine. All. Then all the Rajkumaras, they are very, very happy, enjoying their stay, like that. Then, so the entire Svayamvar Sabha also very decorated very beautifully with the flowers, various kinds of flowers, and then torrents are hung, and then such beautiful fragrance was coming. Up to 1 yojana, the fragrance of those flowers are spreading. Are spreading. We also spend a lot of money decorating our temple. When I was reading this, I was remembering our Radharashvari temple. We also decorate them very nicely, but no Sugandha comes. Unfortunately, very difficult. This also no Sugandha. Yeah. So on 16th day, like this, so many festivals are going on, for 15 days. On 16th day, Draupadi Devi, she was decorated very beautifully. It's not, of course, the girls, they look very beautiful on marriage day because they do all makeup, right? Once, one groom, after the first day of marriage, he came. Then he was fighting with the beauty parlor wala. Hey, yesterday so and so girl, you only decorated? Yeah. Cheating हो गया. Makeup निकाल के. But Draupadi is not like that. Very beautiful sari she was wearing, and then very nice flower garlands, and of course already sent, she has emanation, sugandha of Neelakamal, blue lotus, flower is emanating from her body. And so as soon as so all the kings, they have assembled in the Rajya Sabha, right? I'm going to describe. So when Draupadi, and then she was wearing, all beautiful, golden, nupur, ankle bells, very nice, beautiful bangles, very beautiful necklaces, makar kundal, kundal, and all. So when she entered, so all the so many of these Rajkumaras, they fell from their seats. She was so beautiful. They were struck with wonder. Then every person who was present in that sabha felt that today Draupadi will be mine. Draupadi will be mine. So who are all there? Duryodhana, Durvihasha, Durmukha, Dushpra Darshana, Vivishanti, Vikarna, Saha, Dushashana, Yuyutsu, Vayuvega, Bhima Vegarava, Ugrayuda, Balakin, Karakayan, Virochana, Kundaka, Chitrasen, Suvarchan, Kanakadvaja, Bahusilan, Tonda, then Shakuni, Vrishaka, Bruhadbala, Ashwathama, Boja, like that, Bruhantaraj, Manimanta, Dandadara, Sahadeva, Jayatsena, Meghasandhi, Shankha, Uttara, Viratraj. Viratraj also came. Later on, she worked as a maid servant. Later. Then Suvarchas, Sunaman, Suchitra, Sukumara, Vrikriti. And then Samudra Sen, Chandra Sen, Jalasand, Vidanda, Bhagadatta, Kalingaraj, Tamraliptaraj, Pattanaraj, Rukmangada, Rukmaratha. Who are they? Rukmangada? Yeah, brothers of Rukmini. Yeah. Saradvata, Salya. And then Somadatta. And then his sons also. Father and sons both are competing. Bhuri Bhurishrava, Salanamaka, Kamboja, Raja, Sudhanva, Sushena, Mahabalishali, Sushena, Ushinara Deshiya, Sibi, Karushadipati, like that. All these kings, they all assembled. Like I mentioned, Rudra, Aditya, Vasu, Ashwini Kumara, Sadhya, Marudgana, Yamaraja, Kubera, Raja, Daitya, Garuda, Naga, Devarshi, Guhyaka, Charana, Vishwavasu, Narada, Parvatadi, Gandharvas, Apsaras, along with the Apsaras, all the rishis and all, they have assembled in the sky in their vimanas and along on the respective vahanas. What is Brahmaji's vahana? Hamsa, right? And Kartikeya Swama, peacock. Rudra, Nandi, like that. Indra, Airavat. Right? Ganesh? Chua. Right. Now, बहुत ही रोमांचक घटना होने वाला है, श्रद्धा से सुनिए। हलायुध Halayudastatra Janardanasya Vrishnandyakashraiva Yatha Pradhanam Prekshamsa Chakru Pungavaste Stitascha Krishnasya Mate Mahantaha. What are they? Yeah? So, Halayudastastra Janardanasya. Halayuda means? Balaram. Balaram along with Janardana. Who is Janardana? Sri Krishna. Then Vishnivamshis, Prekshamsa. Prekshamsa means Prekshaka. Prekshaka means audience. So, why? Because Krishnasya Mate Mahanta. It is because Krishna wanted like that. Krishna's Mati it is. Krishna's opinion is that Yadus should not take part in the Svayamvar. Then why did they come?
To see
Right?
Draupadi.
So, this is the entry of Lord Shri Krishna in Mahabharat. There is a contention that Krishna is not in part of Mahabharat because Krishna's name is not.
Draupadi was Yogmaya's sister.
Yeah. So Krishna is not mentioned in Mahabharat. Some people they criticize, but here is if somebody says like that, this is the verse you should quote. That here it is mentioned Krishna. Otherwise, everywhere it is mentioned Vasudeva, Janardana. But here only one place it is mentioned Krishna. Yeah? So Krishna did not want to take part. That is why Satyaki and all they also came. Haladhar, Balaram also came. But as per the wishes of Krishna, they only sat in the section as a audience, Prekshaka. So everything is ready, and then there is an entry. 5 beautiful, Brahmanas. There is a section of Brahmanas. The section is meant for Brahmanas, and then there is a section for Kshatriyas who are only visitors, Prekshaka. Then there is a competitors. All section is divided, and there is this beautiful Brahmanas. They came. They entered. Right? They entered. So. So meanwhile, when Pandavas entered, Arjuna offered obeisance to Krishna. Balaram asked, "Hey, Brahman, तुमको क्यों प्रणाम कर रहे? Why is offering obeisance to you? How do you know him?" Krishna said, "You also know them." So Balaram ji says, आप कभी भी मेरा प्रश्न को सीधा उत्तर नहीं देते हो, लेकिन आपका उत्तर भी, आपका प्रश्न भी सीधा नहीं रहता है. So Krishna said, he is Arjuna. Then Bhima entered. Then Bhima also offered obeisances. ये खाता पीता ब्राह्मण कौन है? He doesn't look like a Brahmana. बहुत ही खाता ही लगता है ज़्यादा. So Balram ji said they are Pandavas. Hey, what are you saying? They are all dead in the Varnavrat, Lakshagraha Dahan. Krishna said, wait and watch. Wait and watch. So at that time, Draupadi carrying a Varamala. Previously, she was just decorated and seen like that. But now she entered the Svayamvar Sabha with a very beautiful fragrant garland. Right? Fragrant garland. Anyetu Veera Drupaputra Pautra Krishna Gatairya Manasvabhavai Vyayuchamana Dadrusharna Tanvai Sandasta Danta Chadatra Manetra. This is a very wonderful shloka. So, these 5 Pandavas are Dharma Swarupas. Right? What is the destination of perfection of Dharma? What is the perfection of Dharma? Perfection of Dharma is attaining Krishna. है ना? Savai Pumsham Paru Dharma. So when Draupadi entered, at that time, Krishna was looking at the Pandavas and Pandavas are looking at Krishna. This beautiful scene was not observed by any of the kings because they were mesmerized by Maya. When you are mesmerized by Maya, you cannot see Dharma, you cannot see Krishna. Because Pandavas are not mesmerized. Right? Pandavas are not mesmerized. And their eyes are on the beautiful lotus face of Krishna. And then because Krishna is attracted to Dharma, that is why Krishna is looking at Pandavas. This scene was not observed by any of the kings because
Maya was
they were looking at
Maya.
So if your attention is towards Maya,
You can't attain Krishna.
you Dharma and Krishna, you won't get both. This is one of the Mula Shlokas of Kuta Shlokas of Mahabharat. Very beautifully so when everything is ready, Drishtadyumna, the brother of Draupadi, he got up. Then he made an announcement. This is my beautiful sister, Draupadi. Tam Astra Vidya Rupa Saundarya Parakrama Kulashila Dhanayavana. Those people who have these qualities, they can take part in the Swayamvar ceremony. What is the condition? Rupa Saundarya Parakrama Kulashila Dhanayavana. Kulashila, he made it very clear. Later on, people, they will criticize, Karna, why is not allowed? Right? Why Karna is not allowed? Like that. So, because previously, that is a condition, Kulashila. Because he is not Kulashila, he is belong to Sutakula. Right? That is why he was a Sudputra, Sudra, right? Anyway. So, please come, and this is the arrangement. This is the Dhanush These are the 5 arrows. You have to hit the that yantra by looking in the reflection. In the anyway, Masyantra, because Masya Prabhupada said Masyantra. So one has to hit, he has to hit the eye of the fish like that. So one by one started coming. Right? So everybody is very proud of their Rupa Saundarya, Kula Sampanna, Yavana, Astra Sistra, Astra Shastra, Vidya, Naipunyam, all that. So first Duryodhan came. Right? Duryodhan came. he tried to lift the Dhanush. Right? So it was so heavy, his hand, trying to lift, his hand got cut and the blood started coming. Then again he got up and then again he tried to lift. Right? He tried to lift and then he fell. मुंह के बल से गिरा वो, right? मुंह के बल से गिरा and then he completely got defeated. He was very disturbed and then he left. Then one by one, so there I forgot to tell, Jarasandha and Shishupala, they were also there. So Salya, Jarasandha, Shishupala, Dantavakra, all these, Bhurishrava, Somadatta, all of them one by one they came. And everybody
Was defeated.
Somebody fell, somebody broke his hand, somebody broke his legs, somebody started bleeding. They were not even able to lift the Dhanush. Not even like that. Then Karna got. Then, according to the shock of the whole Sabha, he just went and then very easily he lifted the Dhanush and then Pratyancha chadaya. And then Baan nikala. Then he fitted that arrow to the Dhanush. Then because Draupadi also wanted to marry, because Draupadi Maharaj, he was always narrating the beauty of Arjuna. So when Draupadi Maharaj, Drishtadumna, they were all very disturbed. And then Draupadi was became fearful that this fellow, all of them, they were not able to even lift Dhanush. And the way he was looking, the way he was showing his prowess, they all felt that Karna would, hit the target. Then Draupadi looked at Krishna. Now we'll see. Now why Krishna came? He wanted to prevent this. Otherwise, Draupadi, Abala, na, she won't have that intelligence to, deny him. Right? Well, the girls, they like bad boys, So she's अरे अच्छा है धनुष उठाया शादी कर लूँगी है ना ऐसा सोचेगी ना right? Then Krishna indicated to her with his eyes. Then immediately Draupadi, Thairo, stop. I don't like to marry a Sutaputra. Right? I don't like to marry Sutaputra. दृष्ट्वा तु तं द्रौपदी वाक्यमुच्चै जगादनाहं वरयामि सूतं सामर्षहासं प्रसमीक्ष्य सूर्यं तत्याज कर्णः स्फुरितं धनुस्तत्. I don't like to marry Naham Varami Sutam. I don't like to marry Sutaputra. Don't. Then Karna, he was very shocked. Then he laughed. He looked at Surya Dev. He looked at Surya Dev. Then he laughed and then kept the Dhanush and then walked in. Now all the Veeras are, finished. Then, now what will happen now? Draupadi, how she will get married? Now everybody failed. At that time, Krishna, again, this is why Krishna came. Right? Krishna looked at Arjuna. Then it's very nicely mentioned that Arjuna, so even Salya also, he could not lift. So at that time when Arjuna, he got up, then all the devatas, Rudra, Adityas, Brahmadev, they wished, they all recognized Arjuna. So Balaram, they all wished that Arjuna should win this. Arjuna with this hand of Draupadi, like that. So when Arjuna was, he got up, when he reached that place where Dhanush was kept, right? He offered obeisances to the Dhanush. To Dhanush. On Dasara day, they worship, right? Ayudha Puja. So Kshatriyas, they should worship their Dhanush, which others did not do. They are also person, Dhanush. And it is mentioned that he offered obeisance to Lord Shiva. Then he offered obeisances to Krishna. Then he closed his eyes. And then very deeply remembered the lotus feet of Krishna. That is the secret of his success. So when he was walking, all the Brahmanas, they were shocked. When all these big Kshatriya heroes, they could not win this competition. How can this Brahmana can win? If he doesn't, if he takes part and then he doesn't win, then there will be insult to Brahman Sabha. Why is he doing that? Some people are cursing like that. Some people are saying, this fellow, he is like a Sundar Purusha, Navayavana. And when he is walking like Airavata Gaja, means like a Airavata elephant. Right? And then his arms, his shoulders are so strong, they are like bolts of a door. And then his Ajanubahu, his hands are reaching below the knees. And his eyes are like lotus petals, looking so handsome. And then he has, looks like he has the strength of Simha. And then Mattagamanam. Mattagamanam means he was walking like an intoxicated elephant. Very royally, regally. Right? One more thing I forgot to tell. When all the 5 Pandavas later on, when they saw Draupadi, all the 5 brothers, including Yudhishthira Maharaj, they became Kama Pidita, means they became attracted to Draupadi. Because Yudhishthira Maharaj, because he is Dharmaputra, like we explained in Dushyanta Maharaj. When Dushyanta Maharaj became attracted to Shakuntala, he said, I am a Kshatriya, mind never becomes deviated from dharma. I became attracted to Shakuntala. That means she is not Brahmin, she is a Kshatriya woman only. Because my mind never becomes diverted from dharma. So when Yudhishthira also got attracted to Draupadi, that means, she's, it is like that. So some Brahmanas, they were blessing, that what cannot a Brahmana do? There is so many Brahmanas like, Parashuram, alone he won the, he killed so many Kshatriyas. Agastya Muni, he drank the whole water of Samundar. So all these Brahmanas, they are actually Dhanurveda, Parangat, So, then mantra yoga, Atma Bala, with the strength of mantra yoga, then Atma Bala, they can actually stop the samasta jagat, So, this Brahmana can do that. So this, let us all bless this Brahmachari Brahmana, so that he can win this competition. Like that. So they were all talking like this. So meanwhile, Arjuna lifted the Dhanush. And very easily, with the first arrow itself, he hit the eye of the fish. Right? Eye of the fish. And there is a showering of flowers by Lord Shiva, Brahmaji, Indra, Chandra, all the Rudras and everybody, they all started showering flowers. Jai Ho, Brahman Dev, Jai Ho. Because they didn't, of course they knew, but they are not, still nobody knew that this is this is Arjuna. Later on it will be revealed, like that. So everybody started, showering flowers. And all the Brahmanas, they took out their chadars and they were waving their chadars and started dancing. They started dancing. And, then all these Kshatriyas, heroes, they were shocked. We could not even lift this Dhanush. Everybody was bleeding and, hands are broken, legs are broken, bones are broken. They were all suffering like that. And then there is only one guy, Karna, he could lift the Dhanush. He was denied, to take part in the competition. And this Brahmana, whom we don't even know his name. He just came and, like that. So, Lakshabed jo kiya, Arjun, Indra Samana, Parakramsali, Arjun. Sundar Svet Pushpa Jaimala, while carrying that Sundar Draupadi, very beautifully, slowly, she walked. And then she was smiling beautifully. Because as soon as she saw that Brahmana, she fell in love with him. She didn't know that this is Arjuna, but she was hoping that this is Arjuna. But when finally he broke, she was very impressed. And then she was smiling. And then slowly she came. While smiling very beautifully, she garlanded, she put Jaimala around the neck of Arjuna. Then everybody clapped and some people are crying and this is injustice. And then this Jarasandha, Shishupala and all, they said, this Draupadi Maharaj is a Dushta Maharaj. Is a Dushta. In order to insult Kshatriya Sabha, he kept such a tough competition. So how can a Brahmana take part in this competition and win the hand of Draupadi, which is meant for Kshatriyas? He should cancel this. He should cancel this competition, and then Draupadi should choose somebody amongst us and marry one of us. Otherwise, from where she came, she should be put it back. Where she came from? Agni. So everybody started shouting. Duryodhan, Dushasan, Jarasandha, Shishupala, they all started shouting. इसको द्रौपदी को अग्निकुंड में फेंक दो, अग्निकुंड में फेंक दो. Like that, they all came. Meanwhile, actually, Krishna again. So he told Yudhishthira Maharaj, hey, you go. So he told Bhima, take care of your younger brother. Then we are going. So they went. So before this only Yudhishthira Maharaj and Nakul Sahadev, they went. You go. So Bhima, so when they were started shouting, Draupadi Maharaj, became very scared. Then he came and hidden himself in among the group of Brahmanas. So meanwhile, Drishtadyumna, all these kings, they started rushing towards Draupadi. That they wanted to catch her and put her in the fire. Meanwhile, Drishtadyumna came, with the arms and all. Arjuna said, my dear Yuvraj, now Draupadi is my responsibility. I am her husband. अभी मेरे ऊपर छोड़ दो. मेरे ऊपर छोड़ दो. Like that. Then Balaram was very worried. Now Krishna was speaking to Balaram. Now you. Meanwhile, Bhima, he uprooted a very huge tree and came. Then Arjuna himself was very shocked. ये क्या कर रहा है? He came. Krishna told, now you believe that this is Arjuna and that is Bhima, and those three are, elder one is Yudhishthira. And yeah. I am very happy that Kunti Bhuva and her sons are alive. I am very happy. Then Balaram said, Arjuna is alone. You go and help your friend. Krishna said, smiled and said, no. Even Devatas cannot stand in front of Arjuna. What is this guys? किस खेत का मूली है ये सब? ऐसा निकाल फेंक देगा, देखना. If it is some problem is there, we'll go. Then Shakuni came. Karna, उसको रोको. Because he is very proud, always. So then there is a huge fight took place between Karna and Arjuna, and then there is a huge fight broke out between Salya and Bhima. Salya can be defeated only by Balaram, Krishna, Karna, Duryodhan and Bhima. He is also very powerful, Salya. And then he was fighting. उसको ऐसा टपक के मारा, तब लोग आश्चर्य हुए, कौन है ये? पटक के. एक्साइटमेंट में, एक्सटेसी में रहूँगा. पटक के मारा. Then everybody, who is this? Salya also was surprised, But Bhima, he hit him like that in such a way that he didn't die. He didn't die. And meanwhile, Arjuna and Karna, they started fighting. Then Arjuna started, shooting many arrows. Then he broke the dhanush of Karna. So Karna was very shocked. Hey Brahman Putra, कौन है आपका गुरु? Only Dronacharya, Sishyas can do such a thing. Dronacharya, Parashuram, Bhishma, otherwise nobody can break my dhanush. Who are you? He said, बाद में पता चलेगा. There, then everybody became very afraid. These two brothers are very strong. So they started running. Then Balramji said, "Bas ho gaya, bahut tamasha dekh liya. Now you stop the war, stop the fighting." Then Krishna got up and spoke. When Krishna speaks, everybody has to hear. Right? How Krishna's voice is like? The rumbling of the clouds. They say, mega. Well, Garjana. When Krishna speaks, everybody has to hear. And everybody was shouting, gang, 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 gang. And when Krishna said, "My dear Sabhasadas," when he announced, then everybody. So Krishna said, why are you protesting? This Brahmana Yuvak, he won according to the rules. There is no rule that Brahmanas cannot take part in Svayamvar. You remember that whatever Kshatriyas have got, that is Brahmanas then. Brahmanas mercy only we get all these things. So we cannot protest like that. We don't want to agree with your words, Vasudev Nandan. Then Krishna said, "I know Gandhari Nandan. You won't listen to me." Yeah. So Jarasandha and all, they all kept quiet when Krishna spoke very strongly. He said, now Krishna said, "Stop this. Now all of you go home." All of you go home. Then Krishna, Arjuna and Draupadi and Bhimsen, they reached the kutir of that potter. So meanwhile, Kunti Devi sat, said, why Arjuna did not come, why this Bhima did not come. It became very late, Chintitti. So what will happen, we will hear next week. Hare Krishna. अच्छा है? हाँ? हाँ?
12 साल पूरे हो गए क्या उसके? 12 साल पूरे हो गए क्या?
Where are you? कौन सा दुनिया में रह रहे हैं आप? हाँ?
They divide Draupadi among them.
Huh?
They divide Draupadi.
Yeah, that story will come. Okay, thank you. Harish, anybody has any questions?
Next time, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.